Hello and welcome to Nomad Gaming. Welcome back to Planet Zoo as well. I am starting a new park here. It is called Expedition Zoo, and we're calling it that because there are going to be 5 different areas of this park. It is inspired by the way that Magic Kingdom is designed, where you have the center of the park, and then you have the spokes of a wheel going out to different themed areas. So those 5 areas are going to be South America, Canada, India, China, and Africa. And each one of the themes will have a transport ride in each of them as well. So, for example, in South America, we're going to have the river boat ride. In Canada, we will have a train. In Africa, we will have the 4x4 Jeeps. In India, we will have the gondola, and in China we will have the monorail. And the first section that we're going to be working on here today is the South American area, or it's probably going to be called something else, but we'll just go with South America for right now. And I was very inspired by this area because recently I visited Mexico, and we went to a place called Teotihuacan, which was an old Mayan ruin, and I wanted to build something like this in the game. And so you'll see that I'll be creating this ruin that people can walk up on all 4 sides and go up to the very top. Unfortunately, it's not as tall as I wanted it to be because the paths in the game you cannot put at such a steep angle. And so I basically built the path first, and then I kind of placed the building around what the paths could do. So we're kind of limited there, and if I wanted to go any higher, it would have been much larger than I wanted the building to be. It's already larger than I wanted it to be, but I needed to get it a little bit taller. So you will see in this video the completion of that. And then I have also started the first exhibit of the zoo, and it is a Baird's tapir. I am probably butchering that name, but that is going to be the first exhibit that we have. And it's supposed to look like an abandoned, ruined temple or something like that. And the zoo is actually reclaimed part of these ruins and have made it look nice for the animals and for the people. And the exhibit itself has 3 different viewing angles. You can see it from up above on like a second platform area. Then you can see it from below, which will be ground level with the animals. And then the riverboat ride will actually be going around the entire exhibit, and you'll be able to see it from the boat. So this video is kind of going to be bits and pieces because when I started building it, I kind of didn't know where it was headed, and I spent 2 or 3 hours each time playing the game, and probably 2 or 3 different times that I played for 3 or 4 hours where I didn't even press the record button, and I kind of regret it because by the time that you see where these jumps are in the video, it doesn't actually make any sense from how I got from point A to point B. But nonetheless, you will still see it all in the real-time section that will be at the end of the video. So just bear with me through the time lapse as it jumps around a lot, and you will still see the finished product at the end. In this video, you'll also see at the end when we walk in real time that we focus a lot on the sightlines and the forced perspective in the park. And I'll get more into that later, but I had a very good friend of mine that told me when I started showing him pictures of what I was building, he said that you need to have a sense of discovery in your park. So when you walk into the South American area, you want to be able to have the guests feel like, oh, okay, that looks really cool. Let's go check it out and see what it is. And if you have ever been to Disney World in Orlando, you will also have that same feeling. So when you walk into Animal Kingdom, no matter where you are in the park, you can see the Tree of Life, or in Magic Kingdom, you can see the castle. And it's not only the centerpiece of the park, it's also a guide. So no matter where you are in the park, you can see the castle or you can see the tree, and you'll know exactly where to go to meet back up with someone in the middle of the park. And yeah, again, it gives you a sense of discovery. So if you see, for instance, in this video, you're going to see this Mayan ruin in the background as you walk into the section of South America. So you will want to head that direction and see what it is. And you'll kind of get glimpses of it all throughout the park, but hopefully you won't actually see it until you get right up onto it. And it also just gives it more of a scaling factor to make it look much bigger than it actually is. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the real-time section. Okay, here we are in real time, and here is the exhibit mostly finished. So we're going to fly around, and then we will go into Tejikam. Here is the first viewing area. Oh, I can already see I need to bring that billboard down onto the ground, but that's okay. So you can walk all the way over to here, and you can still see the animals down in here, and you can also see if they walk up onto this second platform here. Oh, and there's the riverboat going around. So you'll be able to see them if they walk right on over to here. And then you can walk all the way over to this side, and we have benches for people to sit as well. It kind of blocks your view if you're sitting over here as far as looking down, but you can still see, yep, you get a glimpse right over there, as well as if they walk right over to here. So there's still a lot of work to be done, and I just wanted to get this video out there because I could just spend hours and hours adding more detail into this. I still want to put some ivy and vines and stuff across this, something similar to what I've done up here. And I still think that this just looks too plain right now. I don't think that the animals would like walking on the stone across here, so I kind of want to do something there. But for the most part, also this right here doesn't look right. I think I want to add a pillar or something here in the center that I could put maybe 4 of these in a circle around the pillar, just to give it some more detail and kind of fill in this area a little bit more. And this is just some shaded areas, and especially when we get more of the animals in here, there's a male and a female, so hopefully they will be breeding. And as we get more, there's just tons of shade and sleeping area for the animals. But I am very, very happy with the way that all of this turned out. It took a very long time, but I think it was much worth it. So this is the, let's just go over here. So as you walk down, there's some more stuff down here, and we can turn. And so here's the second area to view the animals from, and I think there are benches. Yeah, there's benches against the wall there. And so you can come down here and see the animals more up close and in person. And it just has a nice angle. You can see them in the water over there. You can see if they walk up to the second level, but you would not be able to see them if they're actually up there. Which then leads us to the third viewing option. And maybe we can hitch a ride on this boat. Let's see if I can skip through these. Here we go. So if you are on the boat ride, you can actually look down and see the animals from the boat ride. And this still needs to be filled out a little bit more. There's some rock work that needs to go around the edge some more. Probably some more foliage as well. But you get just a couple very nice viewing angles from here. And if you look into the distance, you can see the Mayan ruins back there. I am very, very happy with this. And then I'm also working on the boat station as we speak, so hopefully that will be done soon as well. But you just get some nice views of everything out there. So as far as the employees go and how they get into the space, I had a very, very hard time with how the barriers work. Let's see if I can actually see the barrier. So the barriers, as far as I know, do not work on multi-levels. So you kind of just have to make it fit on the most outer perimeter, if that makes sense. So, like if I had it the best way possible, I would like to have a barrier that is down here and then a barrier that's also up here. But it doesn't work that way. The barrier has to stay on one level, and then you can just raise the barrier up as high as you need to. But I basically didn't want the animals to somehow escape underneath here, which they can't. But I wanted them to be able to walk freely up here. And every once in a while, the animal will get very close to the edge of the barrier, and the alarm will go off and it'll say that they've escaped, which obviously they haven't. But I'm going to have to go in and kind of tweak the barrier, but there's a lot of terrain work that's going on underneath there that just makes it very, very difficult. And here I could not get this door to line up properly for the longest time. I didn't want this to be covered here. I wanted the door to kind of be set inside an arch like this. And again, the terrain just would not let me do it. So I took a few hours and tried to straighten it out a little bit, and I was able to put this door here, and then I just decided to say screw it and put this over top of it. So the employees actually walk through this tunnel, and I don't know if it's even worth me trying to decorate this and make it look nice. No one's going to see it. But there's also a keeper hut that is hiding in the back side of this Mayan ruin area here. So they can prepare their food there. I am probably going to cover this up with more of something that looks like this, just turned at another angle. So this will be all rock work, and then I'm going to hopefully cover the front of this up with foliage so that you don't go by on the river cruise and just see a flat rock work here. But from the front, it looks great. And that is a piece by piece staircase there, so people cannot actually walk up that. It is just for looks. But I wanted to hide the keeper hut so that you can't see it. And I thought that it would also be a nice area to have a smaller version of like what you see here, that the people can actually walk up here. And I'm probably going to have another one of these elsewhere, just not sure where yet. And I also worked on this path area here. That's going to go right on over to the riverboats here. So I also have this viewing angle here. I think this, if I recorded all of this stuff, it's going to be in a different video, but we'll go ahead and talk about a little bit of it now. So this is what I was talking about, the forced perspective and sightlines. So if you're walking in first person, let's just see if I can do that really quick. And, oh, it's already entered there. So if we are in the center of the park and we're ready to go out on our expedition and go to the next area, if we're walking up, as we get to here, you can't really see anything. You can just see a glimpse of the waterfall there. But as you walk and you get right to this edge, you can start to see the Mayan ruins over there. You can see this nice bridge here. Over in the distance, that's the area that's going to take you over to the boat ride. There's going to be rock work across there and more foliage there. So you kind of get like a sense that you've entered a new area and you want to see what's going on. So as you're walking, you've got the beautiful view of the waterfall and the fountain and the bridge there. You can still see the Mayan ruin over there in the back. I have no idea what's going to go here yet, so don't even worry about that. You start to get more of a view there, and then it kind of disappears as you go up this hill. But you can always look back and you still have a beautiful view there. And then right as you reach the peak here, you're going to be able to see this along with the one that's in the back there. And you're going to want to go and check it out. So let's do this. I actually haven't even done this yet. If you were to walk up to the top of this, what does the view look like? Yes, that is nice. Yeah, I'm going to need to make that look really nice. That's going to be a very nice view angle from here. And I'm going to leave this one viewable from the top. And yeah, I'll probably leave that little section there viewable as well. But I have no idea what's going to come next as far as this section of the park goes. But let's get out of Tejit Cam, and I just want to talk about the plan for the entire park. Excuse me. So, this is the entrance here. I think I either want to do like a classical themed Main Street type of buildings that go all the way to the center. And yes, I know that is a long walk, and people are already getting tired of walking that far. I haven't had any guests to actually walk into this area yet. They get bored about right around here somewhere, and then they turn around and go back out. So I probably need to add more stuff through here so that they don't get bored and tired and leave. So this will be the main street. In the center here, what I would like to have is some sort of something in the center to be the centerpiece of the park. But then I want this to be a round building, and whatever building style or theme that we are using for the different sections, that part of the circle is going to have that theme of building. So if the building is a full circle, we're going to have to basically duplicate a bunch of buildings because you can't do that on a grid. But it will be round, but then each little section will have the different theme for that area. So this is the South American area, and this is going to be the Canadian area. This will be Africa, and then this will be India, I think, or India, and this will be China. So I actually think right here, just like in real life, the Himalayas go in between the two. So I'm going to make some Himalayan mountains across here. And I have an idea of having the gondola go from the bottom up to the top of the Himalayas. And I'm hoping that in a DLC that we can get a, just some other type of animal that we can put in the Himalayas. So that is my hope anyways. We'll be able to put something up there once some more DLC comes out. But I also have a plan as far as which animals are going to go in which section. Some of them are going to be accurate and some not so much, but we kind of got to work with what we have. Frontier has managed to put a bunch of animals as far as Africa and I think China and India goes, but as far as South American or North American / Canadian, there's not many options, so we're gonna have to kind of get creative and fake it a little bit, but it's still gonna be as accurate as I can make it, at least. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have enjoyed this beautiful forced perspective and sight lines here. And if you enjoyed this beautiful exhibit here, please leave a like or comment, and do not forget to subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.